The inkBOOK Obsidian is a brand new e-reader, and it's the first one that Artatech has designed, and they are based in Poland. The specs are not too shabby. It features a dual-core 1 GHz A9 processor, 512 MB of RAM. It's running Android 4.2.2, and it has an e-ink card as screen. The resolution is 1024 by 758, and it is capacitive multi-touch. It features micro USB, micro SD, and it is light as a feather. Main UI, fairly basic in terms of Android-driven e-readers. Home, back, a light key, as well as some settings menus. The home screen actually illuminates when you touch it. I think it's a nice little touch. I've never seen any reader do that before. There's a number of books that came preloaded on this device.
Page turns are easy. They're either swipe to the right or left, or you can use the page turn buttons on either side.
What I found is if you employ the page turns via the buttons, it actually turns the pages faster.
You also have the ability to copy text, annotate, which will bring up the keyboard. Keyboard's not too bad for a 6-inch e-reader, although usually the bigger screen e-readers give you a little bit more wiggle room between the spaces of the keys. But all in all, not too bad. Other long press features include highlights and dictionary lookup. If you tap the center of the screen, you get multiple different options down below. If you press any of the gears, you get font sizes, line spaces, and everything changes live, so you don't have to wait for anything to load.
Now, you can see that there's a lot of numerical options here that honestly don't make a lot of sense and are not very intuitive, and that's just the limitations with the stock e-reading app here. I mean, there's 4 pages of fonts, way more than the average customer really needs, although this e-reader might appeal to the hardcore audience that wants a lot of flexibility with this. For people new to e-readers, it may be a little bit overwhelming. So this is the Mediopolis App Store. So you can see here there's a number of apps that are likely won't work with your e-reader, like Candy Crush Jelly Saga.
Because they've just added random apps into this app store, a lot of the things aren't going to be optimized for e-ink devices. Like you saw Candy Crush, which is fairly graphic intensive with all the on-screen explosions and candies popping.
All the animations,
yeah.
But there is an ebook reading category here. All these books will likely be compatible with the e-reader. Kindle, Comixology, Cool Reader, Evernote, Goodreads, all those apps will work on this e-reader. So there's enough here, but you'll also be able to sideload in your own apps via an alternative app store like One Mobile or the Good e-reader app store.
Because this is an open Android device, you'll find yourself navigating through files a lot. So as Michael mentioned, if you drag and drop APK files into here, you can create new folders named APK or games or John's files, and you can navigate into those to open things like text files, PDFs, JPEGs, and much more.
Menu, fairly extensive. You're not going to visit here on a daily basis, but you can run system updates as well as check out the current Android version. You can establish a local Wi-Fi connection or connect up automatically to hotspots, but you can get a list of your pre-installed apps. There's none on here, but you can install dictionaries, establish date and time. Like I said, once you go here and initially customize it, you won't really visit here on a daily basis. But as you can see, navigating around the device is fairly snappy. Everything just instantly loads. There isn't a lot of superfluous animations. Browsing your library or your ebook collection here, it's robust. I'm a big fan of this e-reader. Primarily, the capacitive design is very solid. Users are going to be attracted to the manual page turn keys to be able to navigate to and from books. But it's important to note that all apps like such as Goodreads or Kindle or Kobo, the page turns here will likely not be compatible with it, so you'll have to rely on the touch screen to turn the pages in the book.
Now here's the glow light on the main screen here, and we'll change the different levels through the use of this bar. So we have 75%, 50, and 25. And when you get down to 0, it gets to become a little bit unreadable. So you want to find that even level. Now we'll notice something very interesting here is that when we go to a nice book here, you'll notice that there really aren't any big blotches or dark spots on this device. And a lot of third-party e-readers outside of Kindle, Kobo, and Barnes & Noble seem to have a lot of issues with their glow light, but this is evenly distributed around all corners. This is probably the best third-party glow light we've seen since maybe the Tolino, which is also very good. But the distribution of light is very even here, and it obviously lights up the device no matter which screen you're in, so it's very convenient.
I definitely recommend it. In the YouTube description, we'll have a link on where you can purchase this. Thanks for watching, everyone. For goodereader.com, my name is Michael.
My name is Peter.
Everybody take care.